Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Blue Clouds TV. It's flight number 124 airborne. Welcome on board. Today is a match preview for the English and the Italian game tomorrow. England will be hosting Italy at Wembley Stadium tomorrow at 3 p.m. US time. I don't know about the time over there I'm not so sure about the time over there in London, but it will be 3 p.m. here in USA. And today we're gonna deal in and talk about tactics, player movement, both coaches, who has the upper edge over the other. Is a showdown. Euro 2020 finals. It's down tomorrow, and we have the Blue Cloud TV have the preview. And I'm not here alone. I'm joined by special and wonderful people, Coachella, who is in the backstage, and also Ham's Master, my longtime friend, also in the backstage, waiting for the analysis and their contribution for the preview today. As it is statistics and being written here, the final is here, and then both teams have played all their final. All their games. Some were able to scrap a win to be able to get to the finals. Matches played, 43 matches played, 22, 24 teams, but yet one has to make it to the finals to win the trophy. Is it coming home? Some people argue that how is it coming home if never been home? As we all know, the World Cup has been home, but this is not a World Cup. This is the European competition. And since the beginning of the creation of this competition, it has never been home for England. But we all hope that the English can also put their supremacy as the football was being made and orchestrated from England. We're hoping that the game will come back home as they expected, or as the English expected. And you know, the Italians also have a culture, religion. So this is not just football. It's not something that we just seeing with our eyes. It's strictly religion. There's so many things build up behind the scenes towards the finals tomorrow. Wembley will be in a hotter fire. Wembley will see all kind of people around the world. Italians will be traveling to the game the first time. The hosts also will be packed with their fans. There's so many controversies behind the travel or the journey from the English right from the onset to what it is now. There's so many conspiracies coming up from the Italian camp that that has been said why the English made it to the finals. And I also said, to make it to the finals, sometimes you need a bit of luck. And we've seen a lot of decisions going against the English in the past competition. Some penalties that were not supposed to be called up that went against the English, David Beckham, and all kind of stuff. So if Raheem Sterling have to dive to be able to get the penalty to push the English to the finals, I wouldn't say I will never blame Raheem Sterling, but I will blame the referee and then the people in the VAR room. Raheem Sterling will do what every striker have to do, but then he's being noticed for doing that. Will that go on to hunt the English? We hope to see. Here soon, we're gonna delve into the analysis who has the upper edge over the other, either the English. As we know, the English is coming up with lots and lots of players. The English bench alone can come in and win the game. The odds will be on England to be the favorite. Right from the beginning, they were being tagged as the favorite. But now, final is here. Who is going to win it? Who wants it more? Breakout TV will preview it. Yeah, I'm gonna invite my guest in here soon, so we can all have a say as it is a preview discussion on the game tomorrow. But I'm gonna move from one scene to the other scene, and bear with me, guys. We'll be right back. Back to Blue Clouds TV. Good morning, my nervous. Welcome back, Blue Clouds TV. Again, I think I'm having technical issues right now. I don't know why. This always happen. Okay, let me see what we have here.
So why we wait for Nee? Do you think it's really gonna come home? Or is it think it's gonna
Yeah,
just decide to go to Rome?
It's gonna be hard because I'm just if I watch that as a neutral, I'm just looking at the midfield battle because England have, let's say, Rice, Phillips, or whoever, and Italy got Jorginho, Barella, Verratti. It's the midfield battle is outnumbered. I think that's where the match is gonna be mainly won, and
Yeah.
I'm just thinking is England gonna sustain that for the full 90 minutes?
Yeah, I
Because
totally agree. It's a game that's going to be won in the midfield, and given the experience that the Italians that they have in the midfield, it's going to be. I mean,
here we
let's
go.
just
We
put it.
got it
It's going to
going
be a
now.
battle of the midfield.
Here
Yeah.
we go. We got it going now. So yeah, the showdown is here, guys. Pardon me for that. But yeah, I have here Coachella with me and have here Hans Master. What's up, Coachella? What's your expectation?
My brother, how you doing?
Not
Hams, nice to see you. Nice to be on the
nice to see
panel
you
with
too,
you, my
bro.
friend.
Nice to see you too, bro.
yeah, we're here running the show. And then I know Coachella is even ready. He can't wait. He can't wait to but I mean
Yeah.
throw it down. Yeah, Hams Master, what's your expectation in the game tomorrow?
This match is gonna be very tight. Very for English. If it was English fans watching this, it'll be very nerve wracking. First time in front of 55 years, experiencing the moment in Wembley Stadium, firing. It's gonna be so. It's gonna be a good final. It's gonna be a good final. One to watch, one to remember. In my opinion.
Definitely. It's going to be a very nerve wracking game tomorrow. Very difficult game. You can't really predict. You can only predict
Yeah.
based on what the players we see on the pitch, but sometimes it doesn't tell at all. A team can play 100%, hold on possession, but yet we've seen many times how teams goes down by losing. What's your expectation, Coachella?
I mean, it will be a heck of a game. Let me put it that way. Or let me say that is a cracker of a
Right,
game because both teams can be pragmatic. They have talent.
right,
Although you could argue the Italians they don't have the best of talents in the competition, but what they have is togetherness. They play as a unit, and that's where the English side will have an issue dealing with that compact system that the Italians play. They play for each other off the ball and on the ball. They play together. They move as a unit. They defend as a unit. But overall, I believe it's going to be a very tight game. It's a difficult one to call.
right.
Like Hams did put it, it's a great game for the English because they haven't been there for 60 years plus or so, and in front of their home
Right.
fans, and hopefully for them, the you could say the Wembley jinx, the Wembley curse is gone. Let's because they haven't lost it at Wembley for a while now. That means
Yeah.
it's gone for now. So, like I said, it will be overall, it will be a very good game to watch, a good one for the neutrals. Let me just put it that way.
Great submission, my brother Coachella. Yeah, like I said again, and it's gonna be a very difficult game. But we're gonna delve into tactics, formation wise, what the Italians have done till this stage. The game, I mean, which side has it very easy, or which side had it difficult prior to the finals? Hamsmaster, which of the teams had it very easy? Before they were able to make it to the finals, which side had it so easy, and which
I
side had
think
it
England.
difficult
I think
based on
England.
your perspective?
I think England had it easy, in my opinion. I mean, you could say they faced Germany and
Yeah,
so on. I don't, Germany is not really a. They're not good anymore. They're finished. They have old legs. That's like. Other than that, they had Ukraine, Denmark. I mean, they had the favorable route to the final.
right.
You look at Italy, they had Belgium, Spain, and something like that.
So you're trying to say that the Italians had the very hard way. The road to the finals was more difficult than it is
Yeah,
with the English. Is that what
yeah,
you're trying to say?
yeah. That's what I'm trying to say.
I agree with you, but I'll disagree, and I agree with you at the same time because why would I disagree with you? Because every team that made it to this competition, it's equal to whoever is playing in the final, but just that one have to
Yeah.
be there. You get what I mean?
Mm,
But I won't say that the Germans were not as good as we all thought they could be. They were good,
yeah.
but just that maybe tactics wise, formation wise, did not go very well. But when you look at the German team from beginning, from the starting 11 to the bench, they have numerous talent in that team compared to what the English also brought.
Yeah.
So if the English were able to meet the Germans and then went past them, then it means that the English team they fought hard. Just like either they fought hard or they were good. Just like the Denmark, we know how the Danes were playing. The Denmark team were playing in the beginning of the competition, as they lost Christian Eriksen, and they still played very hard and played very well for Christian, and be able to make it to where they made it to, and played against England, and then be able to win it. So that margin. So I think that it wasn't that easy. But you mean you are seeing it from a different perspective because of
Yeah.
the powerhouse that the Italian team played against, and I understand
Mhm.
uh your uh your submission from that angle. What about you, Coachella?
The truth is, you could argue because the truth is you cannot script this game. I've followed this game long enough to know that you cannot script it, and you could argue that it wasn't easy for either teams. But the truth is, England had the easier path. It was difficult for both, never easy. No team, you shouldn't take any team for granted or disrespect any team because
Mhm.
the game is decided over 90 minutes or 120 minutes if there's extra time and penalties and all that.
Right.
So, but like I said, both had difficulties. Even
Right.
England didn't start well. The first game, they had issues in the final third, even though they won the game, but they didn't really do well in the final third. But as the competition progressed, they it looked like they came out of their shelves and played good, played well, and then progressed to the quarterfinals, semifinals, to the finals. So both teams argue didn't have it easy, but England had the easier path. Let me just put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I agree. If you two guy, two of you said the English game, the English had it so easy. Why not? I'll I'll go with that way. I'll
No,
wait. I will.
let me be clear here. I did not say they had it easy. I just said they had the easier path.
The easiest. Yeah.
Okay. I agree
Exactly,
with
they
you.
had
So
the
let's
easier
say
path of the two teams. Yeah.
okay.
Okay, man.
All right. All right. I understand you guys. I was just trying to watch the YouTube video. I see Coachella talking. I was like, because I got two screens over here, and I have one that is connected, and I have the other one. And I was like, why is he still talking? I'm talking over here. All right. So YouTube is always a bit late from
Yeah, about 10 seconds late, actually.
yeah. Okay. We have some wonderful people in the chat too now to acknowledge them, guys. We have RCBN from we have Ankit from the RCBN Chelsea Fan TV who is here joining us today in the chat. You're welcome, brother. I know you don't have a Discord, but I will put the link to the chat here soon. So anybody who wants to join, you're free and you're welcome to join the chat and then have your say as a preview for the England and Italy game going on tomorrow, happening at Wembley Stadium, 3 p.m. here in US time, probably around maybe that'll be around 10 o'clock, maybe 10 p.m. UK time, probably because the UK from where I am now in the UK about 4 or 5 hours ahead of us over here. So if it's 3, it'll be 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 o'clock, maybe 7 or 8 o'clock tomorrow in the UK time, and then we all be ready. And then also Tommy CFC also is joining us here. Thanks for being here, Tommy. And we have the I123 love you says hello, my neighbors. Thank you. Your neighbors are here bringing you the most sensational football that will be taking place on the planet Earth tomorrow. RCBN said, I have to say, England are often criticized easily. Croatia is very tough on paper, and Scotland played like it was their last ever game. That is true. That is true. That's what I was saying. That the English, those sometimes you might not know, those Scandinavian countries, those teams, they will give you a fight. They will give you a run for your money. Let's say there's Czech
just to chip
Republic.
in,
Go ahead, Coachella.
just to chip in to something that RCBN mentioned about England, the English side are often criticized.
Yeah.
That is the truth. But Southgate, who's with what's this man that used to work for Chelsea? His assistant.
What's it? What? I forgot
Steve
his
Holland.
name.
Is that
Oh, yeah,
it?
Steve Holland.
Is that Steve Holland? Yeah,
Steve
he
Holland.
made a statement saying that at Chelsea he learned it's not always about good football. He learned to win, and that was what Southgate did. Despite the critiques, the criticisms, and all that, he's learned over time that you need some measure of pragmatism to win competitions. It's not all about talent. You need to balance it. And if you don't balance it, if you rely so much, for instance, if he had relied so much on the talent and not consider the defensive aspect of the game, England would have been out of the competition let me say in the group stages actually.
Right.
But he's balanced the talent he has plus the defensive aspect of the game by playing two defensive midfielders. You could argue, and that was what helped them make it out of the group stage and where they are right now at the finals, because they were a bit pragmatic and also they utilized their talent. You could say 50-50. Because if he liked, he could have fielded all attacking players all through the Sanchos, the Fodens, and everybody, and just field one defensive midfielder. But he'd have some serious issues because there are teams they played against that exposed defensive frailties in the English side, but they were just unlucky not to put away chances. So I think he knows what he's doing. Give him credit, even that argue he's not the best of managers out there. England could do with a better manager, but he's been great. Actually, he's surprised me, I must say.
Yeah, I will give him a lot of credit. Why wouldn't I? This is what I'm saying. I'm saying this. I'm saying I'll give him much credit because he didn't start when the competition started. He didn't start with lots of players. Jack Grealish was on the bench. Jadon Sancho never took part in the first 3 games, if I should be right, or maybe first 2 games. He never took part of it. And And a lot of people were asking questions, and why is Jadon Sancho, who is the top player in German football, is not even in the starting lineup? But the guy keep on winning and winning and winning. So there's something that we're not seeing that I think that Southgate still have. People don't, because he hasn't win anything, people think he's not a tactician. But I see that to be a tactician point of view. Having a top player like Jadon Sancho, maybe he sees something different from the guy on the training pitch that we don't see. He knows his style of play. He knows what he needs from a player. So if Jadon Sancho is not doing certain things that he wants his player to do, I mean to put up or to take kind of performance that he wants from a player on the training pitch, because his tactics is what he deploy on the training pitch for the guys to be able to play that style on the pitch on the day that they go on the pitch to play. So if Jadon Sancho is not playing to that style and it's not buying to that tactics, that means that guy is a tactician. He's doing something somewhere that people don't see.
Yeah, I agree with you, but there's something I'd have to come in there for. I think it doesn't have to do. Sancho not playing most of the games that has nothing to do with his input when he's on the pitch. I think it has to do with the tactics. You
Right.
can't play every attacking player you have. You
That's what I'm saying.
compromise the defensive aspect of the game. So he needs some measure of balance, and that he did. He did it adequately, and that's how they got to the final. They were pragmatic enough to get to the final. If he had relied on talent alone, we wouldn't be talking about an England or Italy final right now. So sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Just it's the same thing I was saying. You brought the same submission. Just like I said that if people think that he's not a tactician, he was able to see, man, I have too many attacking players. I have to put Sancho down. If you guys can remember, I think past two World Cups that was being played when Senegal fielded the all attacking players in the world, either the AFCON or the World Cup. They fielded Dembaba, Papi Cisse, and all the top attacking players, and they were there. They couldn't even score goals. That was a mistake from the coach, because he didn't have the balance that he needed to be able to win the game, because football is not just attacking. You have attacking, midfield, and defense, and that's what Southgate have really done very well. What do you think? Hamza Mustafa?
Yeah, I think he used the players due to his system, how he implements them. Example, we have players like Mount he favors, and he tracks back and he does the job for the team. That's why he doesn't like play all these Grealish or Sancho, because I don't think it suits the way he plays, and that's the situation. And I give credit to him; it's been working. Before I'd criticize the way he's approaching games, very negative, very pragmatic. Now, as you look up to his achievements and semi-finals, and then he's in the final, and if you don't get to the final for nothing, you have to work through every single opponent you face to get to that last stage, and this is where it all matters tomorrow, where he can implement his tactics to prove that he is the one against Italy in the final tomorrow at Wembley. So that's what I'm thinking.
That's right. That's right. So now we're gonna move on. Let me acknowledge some more fans, more viewers, and more brothers and sisters who are in the chat. I've seen Mikhail. Thanks, Mikhail, for being here. And also Tommy CFC. Let me read what he said over here earlier on. I don't want to ignore his messages. Yeah, he said, what did Tommy say? There's a bigger Blue Clouds TV. I thought it said something different besides that. Okay. The big up Chelsea perspective. Come on, Italy from Tommy CFC. Okay, guys, I'm gonna send the link down there. Mikhail, I know you're on Discord. I'll send the link to you. You can join in anytime when you feel and when you're ready. I know you have a lot to talk about the game tomorrow. Come on, Mikhail. There you go. The link is in the It's in the chat here. You can feel free and join. Um, yep, the link is right there. You can feel free, join at any time. So, what are we looking at? Player to player, Ryan Sterling to the top players of the big defenders of the Italian team. Harry Kane. What are we expecting? What are we supposed to see? Coach, I mean, Hams Master. What are we expecting to see from Ryan Sterling? From his, we all know what he went through. He's diving. He's known to be diving a lot. Should he go ahead diving, continue diving in each game like we saw from him the other day?
No, I think Italy are very smart when it comes to things like that. That's what, in my opinion. I think I have to give credit to Raheem Sterling the way he played through the tournament. He's been amazing.
I agree with
He's
you.
been England's best player. What I expect from him is same thing I expected in every single game he has played for England. I expect him to deliver as England's talisman, same as Harry Kane getting all the goals. But what I'm very concerned about is Harry Kane. He's done well, but not in the first few games. I'm concerned that if he can show up in the big games, like everybody like talking about Harry Kane.
Yeah.
If he's a big game player, if he's winning something, has he won something? This is a big game for him, not just for Sterling, but him especially because he hasn't won anything. So I'm looking Harry Kane to get the goals for me, for my team. He's the one that he could finish the chances in, while Sterling is doing the taking on the defenders. That's what I was thinking.
What do you think, Coachella? How will Harry Kane and Ryan Sterling feel? I mean, be able to get more goals for England with this Bonucci and the Chiellini in defense? Is it going to be that easy for Harry Kane to get goals, Coachella?
Um, like we've established at the beginning of the stream that the Italians they play as a unit.
Right.
If that's not the case, I would have been concerned about the aging two center halves, Chiellini and Bonucci. I think both of them 34, 36, one of them. That's crazy, to have, but they play so well even at 30 plus age that you'd think that they're in their 20s. So it's one thing you have to know, put at the back of your mind is that it's not just about the two of them. If you're talking about attacking, that is launching an attack against the Italian defense, you're practically facing the whole team because, like I said, they play as a unit. But there's still that possibility because they're humans. The mistakes will happen during games, and Sterling can exploit that the Asian center halves that the Italians have, both Bonucci and Chiellini. But it has to be well coordinated that you draw one of them and create space for somebody to run in behind. And again, even at that, there is still always someone to counter that attacking move because the Italians, as we've established, they play as a unit. But again, also mistakes happen and there will always be spaces to exploit, but there won't be too many of them against the Italians. So once it comes, you must take that chance and put it away. If you miss chances against the Italians, you pay for it dearly.
Yeah, as it is now, I'm watching the statistics and for both teams. I mean, and overall statistics from both teams, and it says that compared to England, I mean, the English and the Italy, the number of games that they've played 27 games in total. England have won 8, Italians have won 11, and they've drawn 8 of the games. Goals against England and goals against Italy. England have conceded 33 goals from Italy, whilst Italy has conceded 31 goals from England. So both goals variation is pretty much the same. And also the team profile. Also, England is ranked the 4th in the world as the FIFA ranking per se, and also Italian team is being ranked 7th in the world, and the most expensive player and current market value. The English has Hurricane as 108 million euros, as compared to Barella 58.5 million euros. So that shows the expensive. That is just one player compared to the Italian team player. The English has the most expensive. You remember, with just one player, we haven't compared the Jadon Sanchos, the Ryan Sterlings, the Mason Mount, the Ben Chilwell. So imagine if you have to put all these money together, it will be billions of billions compared to what the Italians have um have over here. Those just statistics for the viewers and the fans to know as this stream is being going on. So now we're gonna. I know you guys don't have so much time. We don't want to make this preview so long. Just something short. Mikhail, I've sent you the link in the chat, and I've sent you a personal link also. So if you want to join us here, say something before we end the stream, I really appreciate it. I123 love you said who do I want to win? I mean, who do you want to win? Question. Oh, I'll tell you that. It's not gonna be that easy for me to say, but I'll say it in a bit. Enquête from RCBN fan channel said players. I mean, England has 3 CFC players versus Italy 2. So I'll ensure Blue Class TV will be a bit English biased. I'll try not to. Oh, welcome to the channel. Mikhail, welcome to the channel, brother.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
RCBN said Mason Mount is key, as I'm sure he knows how to
You're
get
muted.
the
Chilla, you're muted.
of Jorginho, the best out of Jorginho. RCBN saw RCBN comment. He says last 4 games, Italy versus England, a major tournament, have all gone the Azzurri's way. That is true. Azzurri's have the religion, they have the tactics, they eat football and sleep with football. Welcome to the stream, Mikhail. One more time again.
I was just telling Mikhail that I'm jealous of his camera, man. Did you see that picture? It looks like 4K.
Clear, 4K. We like this camera, Mikhail. He's not on the phone. He's now on his cell phone. You can tell
clear.
He's now on his cell phone today.
Clear skies TV.
Yeah, crystal clear. And then we like the background.
That's a beautiful picture. That's a beautiful picture, I have to say.
No, he's at Stamford Bridge. He's at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, it's the bridge, it's the road. Yeah.
Yo,
Yams Master, Coachella, Ni. Good to see you guys.
Thank you for being here.
Nice to have you on the panel.
Yeah, nice to join in. I think Ni's trying to wrap this up. I just wanted to say hello, jump on, and give my scintillating prediction for tomorrow's big final. I think it's going to be a complete and utter annihilation. It's going to be a 0-0 at extra time to be decided by penalties. I expect it to be a cagey game, guys. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game at all. Although we would, as football fans, love to see it. I think it's going to be a very, very cagey affair. I think both managers have a capability of playing very defensive football, and I think it'll be on display in its finest glory tomorrow. So I'm excited to see who comes better prepared for the penalties. That's my prediction. I'm sticking to it.
We won't disagree with you on that. I've seen my brother Baggy TV here. Thanks for being here, Baggy. Baggy said Chelsea won the Champions League. Italy lost in the final to Spain with 3 Chelsea legends. 2021, Chelsea won the Champions League. England have 3 Chelsea players. That's a lot of history over there. Baggins throwing out to the to
Here's the
us
thing:
over here.
England have 3 Chelsea players. Italy have 2.
Two.
But who's gonna be starting more Chelsea players of the 2 teams?
I think the
Hey,
Italian team will be starting more players than
yeah.
uh than the English team because I haven't seen
Mhm.
Chilwell. It's not starting. Mason Mount might start. Who
Yeah.
else? Who else?
You're muted again.
Reece James doesn't start. Yeah, Reece
Coachella,
James.
you're muted.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Reece James and
Reece James
Reece James
also wouldn't start.
and
Yeah,
Chili B haven't been getting a lot of
Yeah.
game time. So
Yeah, so definitely the Italians will start with Italy will start more Chelsea players than England would do, given that
Mhm.
the Italian starting left back is out injured, and Jorginho is a no-brainer for them. He's practically the engine that runs the team,
the
so
team.
they
Yeah,
can't do without him.
yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I was
Mikhail.
gonna say. I was gonna say, you see what we're saying about Mikhail's camera. See
Yeah,
what Baggy
Bobby
TV
wants to
typed
know what
on the
camera he's
chat.
using. Bobby wants to know. I'll put Mikhail on the screen so
You
everybody can see
you
it.
see that the
Beautiful.
picture is magic.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Wow.
you guys are just
And then
No,
also,
no jokes.
look,
having fun
look,
with it.
look, guys, look. Let me
N-
say this too. Let me say
Oh
this.
my good. It's like, yeah.
Hold on.
It's
Let me
it's
say
like
this.
we're having a conversation with the president.
Let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this. That is also look at. I'm gonna bring all the cameras from mine. Look at my
Wow.
camera. Look at my camera. Look at Chester perspective. Look at yours. Look at Ham's master. And look at Mikhail.
I lost.
See how beautiful it is. And then also, this is also what the Discord gives you. Discord also helps, gives you transform your camera
Wait,
to a very
are they
high.
sponsoring this video? Are
Huh?
they sponsoring this video? If you want to talk about this Discord, let's talk about it backstage. Let's talk about the
You
game
know,
tomorrow, please.
I'm saying I'm not the reason why I'm promoting Discord is because they have given me this platform to be able to do what I'm doing now. You know,
No,
and
I
it
understand. I understand.
yeah.
I mean, it's your call. You're the
Yeah.
boss. Yeah, it's your channel.
I
So
want
whatever
people
you do,
the
who
more
are who are who are the 5 penalty takers, guys? That's what I want to know.
yeah.
Coach,
Yeah,
I
this is
want
the
to
power of
try.
the Discord.
That's the
Also,
coaching
Discord server,
tonight.
guys. If you don't have the Discord, I will. I'm promoting Discord. I don't get paid to promote it, but I'm promoting Discord on this platform. Get to Discord. It's also very easy to use. You can message. You can add music. You can connect your Spotify music to Discord. You can play a whole lot. You can do a lot with Discord. What I do when I've connected my Discord to all my social media platform, YouTube, Twitter, and everything. So anytime I get a message, anytime I go upload any video, it goes in the Discord, and everyone that is on my Discord also gets it. So it is very interesting. I want you guys to get involved to the Discord server. You guys will not regret you did. Okay, now we're gonna go with the prediction, and then prediction in the game tomorrow before we talk about something else. So we'll start from Coachella, Mr. Coachella,
yeah.
Chelsea perspective. Give us your prediction. And guys, if you're in the chat, you have a prediction, bring it out here. Anything else that you want to say, just bring in the chat, and then I'll read it out for you. And then also, please, guys, don't forget. The only way that the channel can go distance is by you watching and putting a like on the video. So if you're in the comment section watching, please put a like, and then share the video to wherever social media platform you are. It could be anywhere, Facebook, and just share the video out, and we'll be here for a little bit of a time. So when somebody gets it, he can join us over here. So there you go, Coachella, please. Over to you.
Yeah, before I say anything, I'd like the people in the chat to please smash that like button. We have about 8 people watching and we have just 2 likes. That's not acceptable, people. Come on, smash that like button. And Nee, coming back to your
Yeah.
question, honestly, I never wanted to predict this game because it's going to be a tight one. We all know that. Both teams play with pragmatism to a certain measure, and that's why they got to where they are. Italians, you could say they don't have the best of talents in the competition, but again, I'm repeating myself, they play as a unit. Even though they have two grandpas in their central defense, they still read the game very well. No matter your pace, it will be difficult for you to run in behind them or get the chance actually to like stretch them that you run past them and go and score. The English side themselves, they play two defensive midfielders, which is also will be a little bit difficult for Jorginho, but not that much difficult because he still has Barilla and also Verratti.
Right.
So I mean, like Mikhail mentioned, both teams play defensive football, not minding that there are ways sometimes they approach games that you think they play completely beautiful football. To a certain extent, they do because they have the talents to play entertaining football,
Right.
but they are defensively minded too. So I'd say it's going to be a tight game. Woof. Oh gosh, I never wanted to do this. Okay, there will be goals from both teams, and the person I think that will get the goal for England. Now, I'm just going to be very specific here, and if it happens tomorrow, you owe me a bottle of wine. Raheem Sterling will score for England. I'm not sure. I think the Italian side will score one penalty and one normal goal. They will win 2-1. I know I have friends who won't be happy to see me talk
Kuchela,
like this, but I'm just saying, go ahead.
sorry, Kuchela, how do you, how will the penalty be given? The Queen is running VAR.
Mind you, Baggy is watching. So you're trying to set up a fight.
Her
Then after
Majesty,
this
Her
fight,
Majesty,
you go
Her
sort it
Majesty
out with Baggy TV.
will be overseeing
Anyway,
VAR.
you're not being nice to Baggy, even though he said you look like George Clooney because of your camera, and you're saying the
Oh,
trophy is
I'm
not
not looking
coming
at the
home, it's
chat.
going to Rome.
Sorry, hey Baggy. No disrespect, man. This is all banter. I love.
No, yeah, I
I'm
understand. But
following
my
both
point
teams
is,
because there's a Chelsea representation in both teams. So either way, Chelsea wins tomorrow.
yeah,
Oh,
so I'm saying the Italian side will score one penalty kick, and somebody else will score, and we know who will take the penalty kick for them, and somebody else will score a normal goal, so they will beat England 2-1. And I'm sorry,
Wow.
Baggy, I know you're watching, but that's just what I see will happen in the game.
I will say this, if I may. Of the two teams, if let's say both are set up to maybe play carefully,
yeah.
I get the feeling that Italy is more capable of snapping out of that mode and
Yeah.
hitting with something unexpected. Versus with England, you get the feeling that it'll be a little more deliberate. They'll have to sub some people off, sub some people on, and then change gears and play a little more attacking football. So I get the feeling that maybe in that way, Italy might be a little more dangerous.
Okay.
So it should be interesting to see.
Great submission. Let me go to the chat a little bit and read some of our comments from our lovely viewers in the chat. This is coming from Baggy TV. He said, George Clooney look alike from Mikhail.
Look alike, yeah.
And then also,
Mikhail.
Alcibien
I think
said that
George Clooney just jumped off California into the Pacific.
Alcibien said, I hear you need Zion. Will certainly take a look. My prediction is 1-1 with Mount to score, England to win on penalties. J5 scores a penalty. Though who's J5? Jorginho scores a penalty. That's great. Yeah, he would never miss a penalty. I know he's missed in couple matches again. I mean, Chelsea have played, but the guy is phenomenal with his penalty kick. Also from our Alcibien said number two side have won back-to-back penalty shoot out in Europe in Euros. I believe that's why I'm picking England as the game will be tight. Baggy said HRM VAR. Sometimes
Majesty.
yeah. RCBN said, which club does Ham's Master
Hilarious.
support? West Ham? No, Ham's Master is
Yeah,
a
that's
Chelsea.
rhymes. No, pay attention to what he did there.
Oh, the question
Ham's
mark? Oh,
Master.
the question mark right there.
No,
Oh.
Ham's Master.
Yeah.
West Ham. Rhymes. He's just using rhymes.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay,
So
okay.
That's not easy to
Which
catch. He's
club?
using
Which
rhymes
club?
there.
Which club does Ham's Master support? West Ham.
West
Oh, okay.
Ham?
West
Yeah,
Ham.
it's a close.
Hams.
So he's using the rhymes. The
Right.
rhymes in the
Yeah.
name. Ham's
Yeah.
Master, West Ham.
West
Yeah.
Ham. Yeah.
That's
That's funny.
good
That's
creativity
funny.
there.
Great one there
Bag,
from
Baggy running the chat.
Baggy also said Foden is injured. Are you for? Yeah, no, I heard he did not play because of a knock from the knee, but we don't know if he's really fully injured. But let me know, Baggy, is he fully really injured or is it just a
He
knock
is injured.
for precaution?
He is injured. He is
Oh.
injured. He's out of the game, no question. Yeah.
I didn't really see much from Foden anyway. So,
And usually when you have a bunch of talents like that,
yeah,
the slightest injury to any of the players reduces the headache you have. That was you just find a good excuse to say, okay, you're out of the game.
okay,
Because and Foden isn't the best of the talents they have there. Grealish would do a better job than Foden, and Foden, I
Saka
think
has
he's a
been
great
playing
talent,
decent
but
too.
I don't think when he plays for England, I don't think he plays as good as he plays when he plays for Manchester City, because he's been you can say his development is under a manager who likes the tip-top games. So it's open, I give you the ball, you finish it. He hardly takes shots outside the 18 too. It has to be 1-2, then he positions himself, get at the end of the cross and finish it. So, and England doesn't really play that well. They hardly do that all the time, sir.
okay.
Yeah.
Now, who is next? I think Hams, it's your turn, right, for your prediction and what you expect in the
Yeah.
game tomorrow.
It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be very tight. It's gonna be a amazing game to watch. I'm gonna be a bit biased. Well, I'm gonna be realistic. In my opinion, I think it's gonna be 1-1 at 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Both teams are gonna score. I think Harry Kane will score. I just have a feeling Harry Kane will score. I don't know for Italy for sure, but it could be, I think, any of the attackers or something. Probably one of the midfielders. Not too sure. Extra time. It's gonna go to extra time. I think. So it's either might go in penalties, or maybe one goal will be decided in extra time. But this game is mattered in who has the better manager, which team is technically set up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with England to win 2-1 at extra time. So
I think,
I'm really biased. It's coming home. It's coming home.
It's coming home.
You sure you're not biased? You're not biased, right? Are you?
Actually, I'm being honest. England to win 2-1.
Okay, we'll see.
Well,
You will be truthful there. You will be truthful, and then the English side of you kicked in, and then you went boom. You know what? England win.
So it's
I'm being
2-1
neutral.
to England. It's 2-1 to England. It's 2-1 to Italy. I'm saying it's a 0-0 draw to penalties. So I guess the tiebreaker is now with Nizan.
okay. Well, I'm not gonna be the type. No way. Well, anyway, actually, this stream was meant for the preview for the Copa America game, and then the English.
Yeah, but let's finish
England.
this one.
Yeah, hold
let's
on.
Finish this one,
yeah, hold on. In a minute, I'll come back. The Copa America game and then the Italian game. But it looks like Bobby's trying to push it. But yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. Let's finish with this stream, this one, and then we can move on. This is what I'm gonna say. This is up to me, right, to break it. Whoever is going behind the Italian, I'm going behind the Italians too, to win this game.
Okay.
But before, if England is looking to win this game, you have to win. You have to play very hard, because if you guys know Marcelo Lippi, Giovanni Trapattoni, Arrigo Sacchi, Roberto Baggio. Why am I saying all these coaches and players' name? The Italian invented something called the Catenaccio way back in 1972. That's when the Catenaccio was being invented. And the Catenaccio was defend hard, play hard. Defend, no, you defend in certain pattern and unit that no one can skip past. That's why we say the defense of the Italian. If you guys know all this, and I know you know, you follow football for quite a long time, you should know. That thing was being scrapped away for some time where Mancini brought in a different style of play. They strip away the Catenaccio, just defending and not playing possession football, but all they do is defend and defend. But then Mancini came in and take away that style away and playing free-flowing football and add a little bit of the Catenaccio. That is what we saw in the game that they play against the Spanish. Was it the last game? Was Italy and Spain, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
The semi-final
They
games,
brought
yeah.
they brought in the Arrigo Sacchi style, Marcelo Lippi style, and all those coaches that have coached the Italian national team in the past with the Catenaccio style. So if England wants to win, they have to play more than just holding on to possession. They have to play with their hats out. I see this game going to the Italians. It's just a narrow win. Will be a 1-0 win. Because if the English team are not able to skip past the defense of the Italian defense, it will be very difficult. Because remember, we haven't seen behind the scenes, but I read certain things behind the scene of what's going on with the Italian camp. They have all these coaches in there. It's not just Mancini. Mancini is not the only one. He's a coach that we know. But behind the scene, they have Gianluca Vialli, a former ex-Chelsea coach, also in there. They have, besides that, they have all these Marcelo Lippi, Gianno Trapattoni. All these coaches are behind the scene coaching. 5 coaches against Gary Southgate and Steve Holland. Who wins? Too many big heads at the Italian team. So I see a 1-0 for the Italians.
If I may jump in, just I do feel that England have the personnel to take the game to Italy. I just doubt they have the manager will play tactics to take the game to Italy unless they fall behind, and that's a sad commentary on the perception of the English team right now in the Euros for having made it this far. Everybody's kind of still waiting for Italy to actually break out of the blocks and actually not Italy, sorry, England, to actually play the way Italy had played in the opening rounds of the tournament, to play that free flowing football, to actually realize the potential of the attacking players in the squad that England have this time around. So as far as like the football fan goes, I just want the better footballing side to win. So I'm hoping that England can live up to that expectation as well tomorrow.
Great submission from Mikhail. Thank you very much, Mikhail, for the submission. So
I'm
now
really hoping it helps my visa when I need to visit Stamford Bridge.
They will deny you a visa, that. Baggy's an agent, and he's in the chat.
Baggy's gonna be at customs.
Stamford Bridge. Stamford Bridge don't know what Chelsea fans in abroad are doing for the club, how we support the club, and how we are spreading the news. If they know what we're doing, they would have just sent us free ticket to come and watch a game. But yeah, that's just by the way. So now we're gonna brush out the game tomorrow, the Copa America game tomorrow. So I don't know. I was thinking of not doing a stream tomorrow, but I'll just wrap this up with that. I don't know, Coach, do you have the time for maybe an extra 10 to 15 minutes?
I'm fine. Just when we're done, just send me a bottle of wine. Oh, as always.
No problem. I'll just call Walmart. No problem. I'll just call Walmart. They'll send it over. So we have another game coming on in the Copa America. We're gonna see Silva playing Lionel Messi. Is Messi gonna take the ball by the horn and win the trophy for England? I mean, for why did I say England? For Argentina has it's been very difficult to win any major competition, and would that prove people wrong? Can Messi prove people wrong by winning that competition and then put him on the stage as compared to Diego Armando Maradona? What's you guys' take? What's you guys' perspective based on a Chelsea player playing for the Brazilian national team? Thiago Silva. Chelsea perspective, over to you.
I think it's gonna be today's gonna be Thiago's day. I followed America for a while, and the setup of both teams, Argentina usually go for 4-3-3, whereas Brazil go for 4-2-3-1. So they play the double pivot, and you have Fred and what's the Real Madrid guy, Casemiro,
Casemiro.
or what's his
Casemiro,
name?
yeah, Casemiro.
Yeah, exactly. So they're set up to nullify the Argentine attack.
Okay,
And like we'd say during when we were reviewing the final of the Euros,
right.
it's not always attack, attack, attack. You have to strike a balance between attacking and defending. In other words, you have to be pragmatic to a certain measure to go all the way. So it have to be something. I mean, it has to take maybe a change in formation or approach before the Argentine will come out with a win. So I don't even see that happening, no matter how much of great attacking talents that they have on their side. But
Yeah,
for the Brazilian, great attacking talents. They have strong midfield. Fred and Casemiro, they're very, very, very good defensive midfielders, and they're not even taxed with bumping forward that much. They play conservatively. They watch their back even when they attack. So that's very important. So even when the center halves or the guys on the flanks of the defense, when they move forward, you see that either of the guys in the double pivot drift to the right or to the left to cover whatever spaces they leave behind. So I see it being another trophy for Thiago Silva, and I'll be happy to see him lift that trophy.
definitely, definitely. So, we're gonna compare both attacking both two. I mean, the two countries and the attacking powers. Who has more super? I mean, when I say super attacking team, proud to the other team. Whose attack looks more dangerous than the other? I think we have Neymar from Brazil, and we have Messi handling the attack for the Argentina. But you guys might know more than I do know with the South American game. I haven't really watched much of it, but then proud because it's final. We deserve to also come up and talk about it. So if you guys might say who has more attacking power than the other. Hams Master, I don't know if you follow much about the Copa America.
I don't follow that much of it. I don't follow.
So, but what's your opinion? Who do you think has the upper edge with attacking prowess that both teams has?
Um, Argentina have like Messi, but I think he's the one like he's the one that could. Argentina should. Whereas Brazil have good attackers as well. So I think I'll go with. I think Brazil have the better attack than Argentina, in my opinion. I think Brazil have better attack, in my opinion.
Okay. Well, Mikhail, what do you think? Whose attacking looks more dangerous compared to the other?
Um, that's a good question. To be honest, I haven't followed any of the Brazil games. I saw the Colombia Argentina game. Argentina looked good, but so did Colombia. So that was a tightly fought game. I was kind of impressed by Argentina in general because they actually looked better than they had in the previous
Yeah.
tournaments. So I think Argentina is in a good place. They can fight. For Brazil, they have Neymar, but then they have Richarlison, I think,
Huh?
and
Yeah, with Allison, yeah.
yeah. So it's I don't know. It depends. Like Lautaro Martinez and Messi versus Neymar and Richarlison. So I'm kind of leaning towards maybe a little bit towards Argentina having the upper hand on paper
Yeah.
in that department. But That said, the team dynamic may
Go
be different.
downstairs.
The team chemistry might be
Yeah,
good
go
with Brazil
downstairs.
as well.
Chief
Also,
because them one and they recorded.
also, Thiago Silva, of course, plays for Brazil, so we have to factor that in. And
Stay there. No, stay there.
let's see how that pans out defensively as well for Brazil. So I think it's evenly poised. It's evenly poised. I think there's a lot at stake. There's a lot
Yeah.
of rivalry between Brazil and Argentina, obviously historically. So it's going to be one for the ages for sure. It should be a good match.
Yeah, definitely should be a good man. I can't. I don't have much facts about the game. I haven't really watched. I'll say none of the game at all because in the time that I work is the time that the game is being played because I work at night, and then over here the game is being played at 10 o'clock, and that's when I have to be at work. So it's very difficult for me to say much about the game and even be able to read more. But I know that the final is Argentina and Brazil, which it should be easy for me to know because it'll be in the new ESPN. I listen to those stuff, the news from there. But then, to be honest with you, I did not follow much of it. So I have this. There's something that I want to talk about here today, and then it's all about how people rate Lionel Messi not to be the best player in the world compared to what Maradona and then also Pele. People said Messi is king of a Camp Nou and is being with Barcelona for the rest, so they want him to go to different places and challenge himself. Is that what people are saying? Do you guys buy into that idea? I'm trying to build a point to that angle. So do you guys buy that idea that Messi has to move from Camp Nou, Spain, and playing in other countries and prove himself, just like what Cristiano Ronaldo have done from Portugal to all the way to England to Spain to Italy? Should Messi follow the same trend to prove himself?
It's not a question if he should follow the same path. It's a question of how financially stable Barcelona are at this point, because Messi is practically Barcelona himself. If they are able to keep financing his wages, they
Yeah.
will try the best they can to keep him. But they are in a very dire financial crisis right now that it will be. I mean, there's that possibility that Messi may still leave. But if he leaves, their situation could actually get worse. So the best thing they do will be to keep him. That's my own opinion. Will be to keep him,
Yeah.
because if Messi still at Barcelona, then Barcelona will still be known as Barcelona. The moment he leaves, they practically starting at zero. They'd have to. I mean, they have to have a plan to, like, let's say, rebuild the team, because the truth is they are in the rebuilding process right now.
Right.
They have, well, though, no matter no matter how bad the financial situation it may be at Barcelona, they do the best they can to still keep Messi, because he brings the money in for sponsorships. For the fan base is as big as they are today. Probably most of them are because of Messi. So letting him go will worsen the situation for them, if you ask me. So even from a business perspective, it wouldn't make sense to let him go. So they know the talk of Messi leaving New Camp, it didn't just start today. 3 years ago, they talked about it. A year ago, they talked about it, and now they're still talking about it. So, if you ask me, I'd say I don't see that happen. It would take some beef that's going to be, I mean, out of this world to lure him out of that. Is he may want to leave, but the club wouldn't want to. It would be difficult for the club to let him go.
What do you think, Hans Master? The comparison, Messi and Ronaldo, what Ronaldo have done to prove himself, and what Messi hasn't done. Is that what Messi have to do to be? I mean, to be well tagged
No,
as a better
no,
player over um World Pele, or a better player over Diego Armando Maradona?
with the Messi Ronaldo thing, I don't really base on the achievements. More, I base on the ability of both of these players. Opinion.
Okay.
Like, I think Messi is far superior than Ronaldo in all attributes except for the heading perspective. I know Ronaldo has achieved a lot in his career. I know he has more goals than Messi, but I think Messi is more better, in my opinion, than Ronaldo. That's what I think.
Mikhail, what about you?
It's the never-ending debate, man. I respect Ronaldo for having done it in various leagues and
Yeah.
various teams over the course of his career, and that will always be the question mark against Messi's name. That while Messi individually might be the more naturally gifted of the two, you cannot question Ronaldo's achievements and his career path. He definitely gets the nod in that sense. But both of them are in the twilight of their careers, and they're both angling for some sort of honors to go out on a high note, and I think that's what drives both of them right now. So from a footballing perspective, you do feel for Messi and you do want him to see him winning something for his country. But it's football is a team sport, and it's not a one man game. So while Messi is fantastic, the rest of Argentina have to step up to uh, to put their name in the hat and try to win that trophy tomorrow. Messi is Messi, though, regardless of what we feel he has won or has not won. Nobody can take what the man has brought to the sport and continues to bring to the sport. The pull and the attraction that the Messi has as a player is unrivaled. You can argue that probably maybe Ronaldinho, you can argue, was as enigmatic in his prime as Messi has been. So it's a joy to watch him playing. He plays for the wrong teams at a club level. He's played for the wrong team for a long time or forever. So it would be nice to see him test himself in other leagues. But I do get the feeling that's a little too late now. It's too late for him to make that move. And having gone through what he has gone through with Barcelona, through the thick and thin, through the good times, and now more recently, not the not so good times. I think at this point, I don't know if he has it in him to go fight start from scratch at a different club. He might, like if he joins like a PSG or a Chelsea, I can see those teams going and winning big trophies with somebody like that on the roster. But I don't know. I don't know if he has it in him just yet, because his leaving will be a huge will leave a huge hole in Barcelona as a club. They have nothing except Messi right now. That club is hollow. So
Yeah.
while he has done a lot for that club, unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's done. He has to do more for that club by staying there and giving them a few more years to help them come out of the hole that they have dug themselves over the past 5 years or so.
Yeah. This is what I was trying.
If you don't mind, I wanted to say something in
Go
terms
ahead.
of the comparisons between Ronaldo and Messi. I think it doesn't really make sense when people do that. They're both two different types of players.
True.
Messi is a player that plays with more finesse than power, whereas Ronaldo, on the other hand, plays with more power than finesse, pace, and everything. And you could argue, because some people, I will argue anywhere, any day that Messi is more of a calculative player than Ronaldo is. Ronaldo can muscle his way through situations, while Messi will think his way out of situations. You could say that, and yeah, unfortunately, things are the way they are for Messi. And unfortunately, again, they say numbers don't lie in terms of numbers and what each player has achieved on paper or even in reality. Ronaldo is a better player. But in terms of what the eyes can see, what we know, I'm not going to say it here because wouldn't make sense to argue against numbers that are there to see, that somebody will bring and show to you and say, well, tell me, what about this? Except if today Messi wins Copa America, and then you can start comparing them to a certain measure, you know. Yeah. So that's it for me.
Yeah, this is what I was trying to say. To that argument on what one have to do. to be able to prove himself to be among the in between being among the Maradonas and then the what Pele. This is what I was gonna say. That you all know Pele played majority of his life career game in Santos. He didn't move anywhere. And when he was about to retire, he moved to MLS. And at that time, even if as of now, we don't really regard the MLS as a league, let's compare ourselves to that time that Pele joined the MLS. But then, yeah, they seem to be the god of football. They seem to be the world best player till now. So why do Messi have to leave? Barcelona playing on a high top flight league and move to somewhere else and go and then suffer and suffer and suffer, and without even how do you even know that you're going to win trophies in a different season? I mean, it's good to test yourself in a different league, but I don't think that he has to do that to prove himself that he is the world. But we've seen what Messi have done in his career, the number of goals he scored. Always he's been a match winning player, and so far on. So that argument that people talk about, I don't really buy into that. So I'll say let's just scrap it, and then with the best team win tomorrow. If I hope, I'm just praying that Argentina will win the game tomorrow. I'm just hoping.
I think it's
But then
actually
before
today.
Argentina can win the game tomorrow, they have to be all play all. The Argentines have to help.
That game,
Go ahead.
I don't mean to cut you off. Isn't that game today?
It is today.
Oh, it is
Tonight.
today.
It is today.
Midnight,
Yeah, 5
midnight.
p.m. PT.
I thought. I
8
thought.
p.m.
p.m.
Eastern.
here, which is
8
8
p.m.
p.m. your
Eastern.
time.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, I got confused. I thought it was supposed to be after the English
No,
game
there's
and
a
later
lot
in the evening.
there's a lot going on. It's easy to mix them up. I know. There's a lot
Yeah.
going on. It's easy to mix them up. At one point, I actually thought it was tomorrow. I
Yeah,
had to cross check.
I thought it
Yeah.
was tomorrow after the English game. And
Same.
yeah,
If you're on Twitter, I think some people because of the time difference, some people were saying tomorrow, whereas it's already. I think there's a
it's
mix up of time. The time difference is what causes the confusion.
yeah because
Because
most
you're in
most of the time I've been
you're
getting
seeing
my
people talking about it.
yeah I've been getting my my lineup and then prediction scoreline and stuff like that from what do you call it? They don't sponsor me over here, so I'm not even gonna mention the name. No problem. Let's put that away.
I I'm just gonna say one more thing to what Nee you were saying. The only reason that that factor is brought up is when the two players are compared, which is not a fair comparison. Probably, maybe historic when both of them have hung up their boots, and we look back, we'll be able to appreciate both of them for the players that they were individually more so than we do currently when it's more like who's the best of the two, who's the best of all time. And I think those are probably unfair conversations. They're all greats of the game. They're all football is richer for all of them. It does
Right.
not matter whether one was better than the other. They made all our lives better for playing the game the way they did individually and continue to do.
Yeah, I see. Is it Kamal Sahani on the chat? If you're there, you want to join, go ahead, brother. Join and then have your say real quick before we end the stream. Um,
Blue Clouds will have to call in sick tonight because the finals tonight.
I wish I can, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not part of my DNA. It's not part of my DNA. It's not part of. Since I've been my workplace, I've been there for 5 years, and I've just called him once. I was very sick at that time. I've called him once, so it's going to be very difficult to call in. And then, I mean, if I don't watch it, I'll watch the highlight for the English game. My God, it comes in at 3 o'clock. So when it's always 2 hours. So I definitely watch that on ESPN before I lay down quick before then I go back to work. But with this game, I don't think I can watch 5 o'clock. I'll be pushing it. I'll be pushing. It's nice to have you guys here. It's nice to have Mikhail, what's the time right now? What's the time at your end?
Eastern time zone is
Yeah.
5:53, so almost 6 o'clock.
5:53. Mine is 5:49. over here, so we're about a few minutes away from each
Oh
other.
no, actually my phone says 5:49, so my computer says my
Yeah,
computer clock
Mikhail's
is off.
time should be Mikhail's time should be 5:49. Mine is 2:49.
Yeah, mine's 5:49, so we're on the
So
same
I
time.
think your time is the same. Your time is the same as Mikhail's.
Yeah.
Since
Yeah.
because you're 3 hours ahead of me, so you're the same time
Right.
zone with Mikhail. Yeah.
Yeah, Eastern time also. Yeah. So yeah, it's nice. Nice. Yep, the stream has ended, guys. I really appreciate you. I appreciate all of you coming here. Thank you very much, House Master, for being here. Thank you, Coachella, for being here, and also Mikael, who did not hesitate to jump on
Anytime,
and
brother.
have a
Good to see everybody.
say. Have a say.
Let's do this again soon.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Yeah,
I know.
it
How
was
do you?
fun.
Was it difficult for you to jump? I mean, join the stream, Mikael. Tell me your experience using the Discord.
I actually clicked on the link out of your comment section, so I didn't even have to go to Discord. It just took me there. Like
Great.
the
Great.
phone took me
Oh,
there.
so you didn't have to download Discord.
No, he already has Discord.
I
He
already
has-
may have. I already have Discord on my phone, so I'm on my phone right now. So I think it did the rest for me. I just clicked on the link that Nee had put in the comments. So it
You see-
wasn't
you see-
probably
You see what we did there, Mikhail? Now we know the camera you're using.
damn it.
He's on his
Just
phone.
kidding. It happened by accident. It happened by accident, but man, what a camera!
Yeah,
Gee.
it's a very good. Just like my cell phone will give me. My cell phone here has a
Wow.
very good camera. Yeah,
Look at that picture.
if I use my cell phone, you can't even tell. If I flip it horizontally, you can barely tell. It's just like the DSLR camera that I'm using right now. House Master, your camera is not that bad either, but it's just like your internet keep breaking once in a while. Right now you're freezing. It's like you're sleeping.
The good thing about phones is that you don't need to.
All right, just
I think we
lost him.
lost him.
Yeah, we lost him. He'll be back. He's still there. He'll be back. Yeah,
he'll be
Hans
back.
Master, I was saying that your camera looks amazing also. Everybody, I mean, it's been a wonderful stream. The like, as we got 10 more likes, that's not bad. It was still, YouTube will still push it to whatever.
Hams, very nice to have interacted with you today. I think this is the first time I have. Whereabouts are you located?
I'm from the UK. The UK.
He's in the UK.
What time is it for you guys then? We're 5 hours ahead probably.
11,
So
10:52.
10, 11 at night. Wow. Yeah, so it's getting late for you guys, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this guy never
Yeah.
sleeps. He never sleeps.
Me.
He doesn't sleep.
I think all of us in North America probably keep him up.
Yeah, he doesn't sleep, and he's so wonderful. You know what? This guy, since when I started my channel, it was the first guy that I met. Him and the other guy, he's a Liverpool fan. He's working right now, so he probably is not here. They were the first guy that really helped me out with my stream. So all the time, anytime I need help and I call him, he's always there to come over.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's always there. Beginning of the channel, my first live stream, first this guy was I sent him a message and he did not even hesitate. He just jumped on to
Love to see it.
yeah.
Love to see it. This is awesome. This is the beauty of our online communities.
Yeah, the beauty of social media. He's far away in the UK. I'm here far away in Michigan. Mikael is far away in is it Toronto, right? Canada. He's in
Yeah.
Canada, and then Chelsea perspective. I don't know what he's doing. It sounds like he's doing laundry.
Is he butt dialing everybody?
I can hear something. I don't know what he's doing, but I can hear something.
No, it looks like my camera got
Oh, we can hear you now.
Yeah, we heard him, and you can.
Yeah, I don't know. My camera got tired, so I'm trying to webcam.
Chelsea.
Yeah, that's
look,
for sure.
yeah, don't worry. You're okay. You know how people do the stream without showing their face. It's okay. You can end the stream this way. We understand. You don't have to
But you
get to.
understand what happened, right?
Yeah, we do
I'm using the-
understand. You
yeah.
don't have to explain
I'm
yourself.
using the Sony ZV-1, so I was supposed to set it so it doesn't shut off when it hits up.
I think it's camera envy. You were praising my camera so much that your camera gave up on you.
That's probably what happened.
Now you have to be nice to your camera.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, I see. But I think the microphone that's working right now, the microphone for my webcam.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm good. I was able at least to connect back with my voice.
Yeah, just we can finish up with your camera not showing if you don't mind.
Yeah, we're fine. But if I get it to show better.
Okay. So we'll give you we got 2 more minutes counting down. Yeah,
Any
I want to
predictions
say
for
thank you.
tonight's game?
No, just start. I'll join. Keep
All right.
going.
Thank you guys all for also those that have been in the chat. Baggy TV. Oh, Betty Bola is in there. I didn't see him. Oh, Betty Bola is also in the chat. This is one of the guys also that started the channel with me. Him and Hans Master. Betty Bola TV. You guys. He's a Liverpool fan, and anytime I have him here, he's just being so salty. Chelsea would lose. Chelsea would lose. And all the time Chelsea win. Anytime he says that Chelsea
a bit
wins.
of a fight is always good.
Yeah, anytime he says that Chelsea win. Shout out to you, Betty Bella TV, my brother.
Yeah.
I haven't seen your video in a while. And then
Liverpool fans have had nothing to do since 2005, but now they're crawling out of every.
Yeah.
Be a little nice, guys.
Yeah, to be fair, what Klopp has done for Liverpool over the past few years as a football fan, nobody can deny. It's been fantastic to watch, and especially because the final piece of the jigsaw was the gem that got away from Chelsea, Salah.
Oh, Mohamed Salah.
So what would Liverpool have been without Salah?
Yeah, that's good question.
Yeah.
And that brings to mind, why is Mourinho finding a way to deny that it wasn't his fault that any of those talents left us? From De Bruyne to Salah, who again?
It's revisionist history, right? It's revisionist history. Everybody wants to not look bad for those horrendous calls. But to be fair, back when he was ending his journey with Real Madrid, I was already predicting that if he ends up at Chelsea, he's going to end up cleaning house, and it happened. Whether for right or wrong, because we had already gone and had a strong transfer window after winning the Champions League, and we had gotten a lot of players. We had gotten the Belgian players, 4, 5, 6 Belgian players we had gotten. And I was looking at that, and I was looking at Jose looking like he was about to leave, and then he left Real Madrid, and then we were looking for a coach, and it was just, I mean, yes, we won a trophy. We won a Premier League under his second stint. So, it wasn't a complete disaster, but when we look at all these players right now, De Bruyne, Salah, Lukaku, Thibaut Courtois, the other Hazard, Eden Hazard, like all these players, only Eden Hazard was able to stay at the club really and win our hearts. And
hold on, guys. There's a noise coming from, I think, Chelsea perspective. You could tell from the screen, some noise like a fan or something. Shh, 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 shh. Yeah, it is better now.
Better now.
Okay, now I'm using a light that's humming.
Okay.
And because my webcam doesn't have the filter that our main camera has, you can hear this. So I'll mute except if I want to talk.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I mean, the camera angle is still okay. It gives you much more.
But just to wrap up that point, I think Jose's calling has always been clubs like Roma, which are struggling, and then he can help them maybe achieve the next level. And maybe there was a point to be made that Chelsea were probably that club in 2004 when he joined the first time around.
Yeah.
But maybe the second time around we were not the right profile, maybe because the way he does things, he can be a bit heavy-handed, and
Right.
maybe it wasn't the best in hindsight to have him come back and shake up the squad the way he did. I mean, he won the Premier League. He has a trophy to show for all of it. So it's who am I to question his ways and methods? But as a Chelsea supporter and fan, we lost a generation of players under his
Regine.
regime, Reyes, and that will always be how I view his second stint at Chelsea. Unfortunately, and like we have now finally with a new generation of players gone and won the Champions League. But
Yeah.
you do question that maybe we could have done it with the last generation a few years earlier as well, and we missed out.
Well, this is what I'm gonna say about this Jose Mourinho and the players that we lost, Salah, and then the other De Bruyne and some other players. People put so much blame on Jose Mourinho. I've listened to his comments and I've listened to his what he said. He said at that time of De Bruyne, he brought the guy back. If he doesn't want De Bruyne, he could have sent De Bruyne back on loan. But he said the kid has a sprint training season. The kid played and he was impressed, and he wanted to keep him. He made De Bruyne start his first Premier League game, and he was amazing. He was fantastic. He said right after the game, De Bruyne walked up to him, and he said, "Coach, I want to start every game from today." But then at that time, we have players like the Lampards and those big players, the Asians and those big. Was it Asian in there? Those big players at that time. You guys know the big players that we have during the time that De Bruyne was in there. And as a kid, you expect them to put these experienced players and these big name players on the bench for that kid to start all the time. There was going to be Jose Mourinho. Also, is a player. I mean, he's a coach that also dwells more on experienced players. So he was thinking he could keep him, and then always integrate him to the team as time goes on. But the boy was.
You just hit the nail on the head, Nee.
Yeah.
He's a manager that values experience over youth. And
Right.
at that point, when he was hired, Chelsea had a whole bunch of young players in the squad.
Right.
So right there was a clash of philosophies that it took the club 6-7 years to get back onto that path. When I think Sarri joined the club and we started playing possession football, and we
Right.
finally got around to maybe trusting youth more through Ruben Loftus-Cheek back then, and I think Ampadu got a chance, Zuma got a chance,
Don't
Christensen
worry,
got a
Hams. I'll get
chance.
back to you. I'll wake you up.
It's fine.
All these players got chances, and from there on, under Lampard, we all saw the youth coming through. So it's been something the club's been working toward, and I think some of it had to undo the damage done in that second stint by under Jose's, because Jose let go a lot of good players. He let go Mata. Mata is still playing at United. Can you
Yeah.
imagine if Mata had been with Chelsea all these years?
Mm-hmm.
Even in a rotational capacity, the guy is quality, the guy is class. We let go De Bruyne, we let go Mata, we let go Matic,
Yeah.
we let go Matic. So there's so many names. There's so many names that one is just kind of shakes his head. Like what did for the club, it wasn't necessarily the best decisions. I think maybe
Yeah.
for the manager they were, but not for the club.
I think the soul of these players were mainly it was the club. The club Jose Mourinho mention. It was the club that sold these players. Hams, what do you think of the departure
Yeah,
of these young players that we're now crying for?
yeah,
Honestly, I don't agree. Go ahead, Hams.
yeah. I as
Like Hams
as
pick up a fight.
Chelsea perspective, like Kevin De Bruyne, Salah, and so on and so forth. They weren't good for Chelsea, but they weren't as played as much as in the starting 11. In my opinion, I think I blame the club for
Did you say they were not good for Chelsea?
Not in my point of view. I mean, I guess, yeah.
Because Salah play under Mourinho when we scored against either Manchester or Arsenal. We scored I think 6 or 7-0. if you guys can remember, Salah scored the last goal.
He scored the last goal, 6-0.
Yeah, 6-0. He scored the last goal. And then he wasn't even played on his right position. They were playing him on the left-hand side. And look how good he plays on the right-hand side when Liverpool plays him. So the guy struggled because he was not being played in the right position, just like they did with William. William was never ever played in his right position. But yet we know the guy has something good in him, but we criticize William quite a long time, but yet he's not been played in the right position. Nothing new for Chelsea. So go ahead, Hamsmaster.
Yeah, as I was saying, we lost like players that could become a future for our club. We
Yeah.
didn't give them enough time, and then they moved on to part ways to new clubs. They showed off their talents, and that's why I was very disappointed that we didn't give enough time, enough how do you say it? Like enough for them to show their talent.
You're right.
Yeah,
Right.
I was disappointed that we couldn't have had a even better team that we have right now, adding De Bruyne, Salah, all these players that in this current generation in our team. That would have been something else, in my opinion.
And then to you, do you think things have changed from that time, the mistake that we did in the past? Do you think things have changed to now? Have things changed? Are we still repeating the same mistake, or things have changed?
I think Tammy Abraham is leaving and Tomori is left. It's sort of almost the same pattern if you towards in my point of view, sort of, because they might be good in another club as well. That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
It's sort of the same pattern.
Mr. Perspective, what were you trying to say? I know you don't agree with me, but yeah, we're starting the fight.
No. I was responding to your question to say, or what I think we should. I think it was should have said something. What more club wanting the players to leave? I was gonna say that the club is bigger than Mourinho and wouldn't back and forth him and who thought it was that a player left the club or not. It was absolutely Mourinho's fault. You're the manager. If you want a player, if you think a player can do it, and the club wants the player to leave, you have to say no. I want him to stay. Mourinho has the final. He had then, as the manager, the final say on what player stays and what player goes.
Right.
So for him to come back and start saying it was the club's fault, it doesn't make sense. So that was what I just wanted to say something about.
I think I agree. It does come down to man management, and Jose's never been known to suffer too much. I don't know what the right word is. He doesn't go out of his way to keep players happy if he doesn't feel like he needs to. Given the fact that these were young players, there were some situations between Kevin De Bruyne and Thibaut Courtois that were the root cause of why Kevin De Bruyne wanted to leave the club eventually. I'm not going to bring them up more than that, but I will say this: that those are the times when the managers are supposed to put their arms around the player and talk them through those times and find ways to make it work for the player and the club together. The parting ways is the easy way. Parting ways is the easy way out of those situations. And then so for the club and the fans, the right thing was to find a way to make it work, which they didn't bother with. They didn't bother about it with Kevin De Bruyne. They didn't bother how to do it with Salah. Salah was an amazing player when he came to Chelsea. We just did not have the time of day for him. As a team, tactically, we were not set up to use his pace. We were not set up for him to make the rest of the team look slow. So we said, you know what, this guy doesn't fit our philosophy. He can go somewhere else.
Right.
And look at what he did. He took that same pace and he does it week in, week out. He's getting pretty old now,
Right.
but he's still got that class. He's still got that ability to use that left foot and that pace from the right side that when he cuts in. And what a player he is. And I tell you, I don't watch Man City games because of Kevin De Bruyne being there. I don't watch Liverpool games because of Salah being there. I can't watch them. To this day, it hurts to see these players that got away. And that for me is testament to a missed opportunity there. We missed some tricks there. We did not do everything that the club could have done, should have done to keep them at Stamford Bridge. during those years.
And don't you think it was the pressure from some of the players, like I said with De Bruyne, who
No,
insisted that you have to?
no.
Look at Thomas Tuchel now. Look at
Can we
Thomas
not please
Tuchel.
say that?
Look at Thomas Tuchel managing Callum Hudson-Odoi right now. That's an example of a manager trying to make it work.
Right.
He gave him game time. He gave him starting game time, but then he also checked him. He also corrected him. He also keeps him motivated. Whether he plays or doesn't play, always see them talking to each other on the pitch, off the pitch. Like that's what a manager's supposed to do. You cannot give a 25-man squad guaranteed starting time. It's not possible. So you have to manage these players and their expectations and their form, keeping in mind that the big picture of this is an asset of the club, and whether he plays tomorrow on game day or not, in the long run, it is in the benefit of the club for the player to be in a positive mindset.
That's
And
right.
that I think is the trick that managers in today's commercial world miss out. They're too focused on the immediate, the here and now. Who's my
Right.
starting 11? Like that to me is the most flawed concept out there. Who is my starting 11? What are the other 12, 14 players doing then?
Right.
Like they're warming the bench. Like that's such a waste of space, of wage cap, of talent, if they cannot be absorbed into the team in a rotational manner. And when Thomas Tuchel these days is finding ways to rotate the team, is finding ways to keep all these players happy, I see a manager genuinely bothered, genuinely trying. And that warms my heart to see that he's trying to do the best for the club
Right.
for once. And look how it paid him back. Look how it paid him back
In just a few months.
in just a few months. I'm not going to say that he expected all those results, but he gave a positive energy out to the universe and to the club, and look what he got back in return for it. Nobody can take that away from him now, regardless of how we feel about him.
What time did
So
you guys say the game is starting?
I think 8 o'clock.
8
5
o'clock.
p.m. my time, 8 o'clock your time.
Yeah. Now that makes. I was like 5 past 6 o'clock, and then we're still here. Well, guys, I appreciate you guys' time and everything over here. I know Hams Master looks tired right now, so yeah. Thank you, Hams Master brother. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very,
problem.
very much. But I know my viewers also know you. If you want to take time to say something to the viewers, plug in yourself or something. We don't have much people watching right now, so I'll say just say something to whoever is. We got 4 people right now watching in the stream. So you want to say something? Plug yourself, because I know after the video is being aired out, is being processed, people watch it. So
You're talking to me or Hams?
Hams, can you hear me? Hams Master, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah,
you.
plug yourself so we can end the stream.
So my YouTube is Hams Master. My Instagram is Hams_Master. Make sure you follow it and show support to me. It's
Yeah, we've
an
been
honor to
streaming
be
for way over an hour. So yeah, follow Hams Master. I'm gonna put this. He's gonna send the link. Now I'll put it down in the description. So if anyone want to follow Hams, guys, follow him. He does some funny stuff. He's also a Chelsea supporter. Get him there, and then when you guys go live and stuff like that, he can jump in, get guys, and then help the stream. Also, Chelsea perspective. You want to plug yourself, my brother?
Yes, it is Chelsea Perspective everywhere and Twitter, and I hope to see you guys there. Check out my videos, and if you smash that like button and subscribe, and also I hope to see you here again on a stream. I'm a family member here. I can come into the house without knocking, and me will not do it. So I hope to see you guys again soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Chelsea perspective is another supporter and then viewer of this channel all the time. And anytime I need help behind the scene, we're much more closer than brothers. We're too close than brothers. So yeah, tips and stuff like that. He's got it all. You want to check some of his videos out on the Doku. He has a segment on his channel called Scouting for Chelsea, and it's a very wonderful segment that I always watch all the time. And when I'm very bored at work, I put my headphones on and have my phone, sit it down somewhere, and I listen to it all the time. And then it was a very heated argument on the I think one guy from the world is it worldwide chess. I love that. I love that.
Ishan,
Yeah,
that was
yes,
a great episode. Very
yeah.
fun.
I love that heated argument from the guy who he scouted. I was like, Chelsea perspective. The guy have scouted you a player, and he said Chelsea to sign this guy, and then
No,
Chelsea
the truth
perspective was
is,
like,
the,
do
the
you
truth is
think?
before we record,
Yeah.
when he told me it was Lukaku, hmm, that's gonna cost a fight. He said, "That's what I want." I said, "Okay, good entertainment for the viewers. Let's do it." He's a good guy. He's a good guy,
Yeah.
and I like him very well.
And I was
His
like,
argument is enough actually to convince some people.
right. And then the other guy who also scouted, it's is he Isaac or something? No, it's not Isaac. The other guy, the last video before the Lukaku one, he made a very good submission why Chelsea should sign that player.
Oh, you mean Doku guy?
I think was it Doku? Maybe, yeah.
Matt?
Maybe I
Matt
think
from
Matt.
Worldwide Chelsea, yeah.
No, it wasn't him. Somebody another segment why he was telling you to I mean Chelsea just scout. I mean you were saying on the
Are you
right
talking about
wing.
Michelle?
Maybe
Are you talking
him.
about Michelle?
Maybe
When
him.
Michelle scouted Dennis Zakaria.
Dennis Zakaria, yeah. Maybe. There's one player
There's so
that
many good episodes in that whole line of the series that he's going through.
yeah.
So many good names that have come
Yeah.
up,
Yeah,
both from the Euros and without. So it's an exciting series for sure.
it
Yeah.
is.
We need to make it a tradition every summer.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think that's a great point because that's when the transfer stuff hits on. Yeah, hits up. Yeah.
Hams, did you fix your microphone the other day? Did you check the
I
settings
tried
of your microphone? Or you tried to?
to.
Because
Yeah.
I have one of the viewers said your voice is down when you talk, and it's true. Your voice is sometimes very down. Yeah. Mikhail, you want to say something to the viewers? Some people will be watching the stream after the stream comes to an end. So let's say something. I know Mikhail don't have a channel, but he's.
I don't create content. I just join into the Chelsea social media scene. I'm at the Chelsea thing on Twitter,
Yeah.
and you guys can look me up. I'm usually in and around anything that to do with the Chelsea media community, and it's great to be on the show tonight. Thank you for having me on. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to join.
Yeah.
It's always nice.
If you really want to see him more of the time, join those screens like Baggy TV channel. When you join him, when you join the Baggy TV channel, you see Mikhail also over there. He has great he's a great analysis. He has a great ideas of Chelsea Football Club and football in general. And also, if subscribe to Chelsea Perspective channel, you will see him there all the time. Hans Master also there, all there. So thank you guys for being here. I want to say, Lil Desperados, guys. I'm going to hope we'll see you